Welcome to Business Communication Assertions by Harley Jordan, Alan Bischoff, Jimmy Romero, and Matthew Beyer. In today's presentation, we will be going over an overview of basic concepts related to assertions and our video presentation, such as purpose and audience with Harley, preparation and delivery with Alan, visual appearance and layout with Jimmy, and resolution with Matthew.
Before preparing our presentation, we first need to identify our audience and the purpose of the presentation. Simon Raybould, who is a specialist trainer in public speaking, said, "Presentations aren't about the presenter, they're about the audience and what the audience needs. If the presenter is talking too much, then that's usually a good sign that he or she has forgotten who is important." End quote. As speakers, we want to connect with our audience so that we can help them develop the same feelings about the topic that we have. And how can we do that if we are not able to connect with them on an emotional level? The next point is the purpose of the presentation. The purpose can help determine the content that should be displayed and the best method of delivery. Some methods of delivery are a video recording, such as this one, a PowerPoint, or a live presentation. Each of these different methods has the different amounts of audience interaction. I am able to concentrate and focus more when the audience is able to interact with the speaker, such as during a discussion or asking questions. According to BusinessTown.com, an educational website for business entrepreneurs, the main purpose of a presentation is to inform, persuade, and build goodwill. Our purpose should be clear-cut so that it can be well understood without getting mixed up as just any other part of the presentation.
Okay, now that we've defined our purpose and we've identified our audience, we can prepare accordingly. Billionaire businessman Mark Cuban was asked in a conference in Chicago, what are the 3 things that entrepreneurs need to know to succeed? One of the main things that he suggested was being prepared. He said that being prepared reduces risk. He also said that if you walk into a room and you don't know more about your industry, your customer, and your business than anybody else in the world, then someone like him is going to come in and destroy you. Why is this applicable to your presentation? Well, let's say that you're giving a TED Talk or some other type of oral discourse. If you don't know more about your topic than everybody else in that room, then you're just preaching to the choir. One of the quickest ways for me to tune out of a presentation is for someone trying to tell me something that I already know. Another example is if you're trying to pitch a marketing campaign to your company and you don't know everything about your projected audience and can explain to them why your campaign will be effective, chances are they're not going to run your campaign. Also, as Chrissy suggested in our homework module, have a plan B. Let's say you were planning on doing a PowerPoint presentation, but nothing was working. Maybe have a whiteboard with a marker. That way you can continue on with your presentation and you won't be thrown off because your plan A isn't working. I suggest you practice your presentation over and over. That way you can have a consistent flow. And also, very important, if not the most important, is do your homework. You're not going to be able to know more than anyone else in the room if you're not doing your homework. If you want to give a great presentation, I suggest you don't skip or skimp on the preparation part of your presentation.
According to Carmine Gallo, a contributor on Forbes.com, every single day there are hundreds of millions of hours of YouTube videos being watched around the globe. This is a staggering number of videos being watched, and yet only 4% of business professionals actively utilize this vital component in presentations. Dr. Richard Beyer, who teaches psychology at the University of California, claims that people exposed to multi-sensory presentations, such as pictures, videos, and text, have much more accurate recall of the information at a later time. A presentation video should be broken up into sections of short bursts of information. We oftentimes lose interest in something that continues to go on and on. Because of this, it is suggested to keep each section to about 90 seconds or less. That way, each idea is fresh in our minds, and we don't feel overloaded with the information being provided.
In order for us to accomplish our goals, we need to ask ourselves, what is our core message? Another way of asking this question is, what is the main thing we want our audience to leave with after our presentation? Most speakers deliver a great presentation without achieving a certain goal. They speak in several directions, make a lot of good points, give good examples, and tell great stories. But in the end, they find themselves in the middle of nowhere. We need to be sure from the start what we are trying to accomplish with our presentation. Every presentation must have a main goal. The goal could either be to persuade, inform, inspire, or entertain the audience. The best presentation is a combination of all four, but one should be the backbone of the presentation. We need to be very specific about what we want to achieve. I believe that it is important for us to write down our main goal of the presentation beforehand. We need to write a specific goal before we compile the speech. Try and make it as specific and detailed as possible. Everything we are going to do from there on needs to be in line with that goal.